Hi guys, Fonz here from Gmmotorsport, Australia Speed. Early in the morning, getting it done. Bit of a different one. Customer requested he wanted 350 real kilowatts. You can request something, can't say we can always get it. So we're running a bit skinny on how we might have achieved this, because while it is a 6.2, we have the different diff gears in the back. And he's got an auto, and he only wanted obviously the ST because no stall converter. Now the ST is a monster of the cam. It works pretty awesome. He's got our CNC heads. I said, listen, gonna be close, but for basically guarantee purposes, you're gonna need CNC manifold, okay? So that's one semi-stage, it's not finished. You can see all the porting material just falling on the floor. Hasn't got the radius rods. Now, one of the other things our guys, and you guys gotta be careful as well, if you're after maximum performance, this is not your setup, okay? This is your setup if you're worried about putting a MAF in, for whatever reason you might be or not. This is an awesome design, but once you sort of get over the 330 rear wheel kilowatts, you probably should be looking at this, okay? Now, that is less of a restriction, flows more. It goes here. You can see one, we've already done it. Our guys made the mistake because they come into the trap as well. They had a ST cam, so they went, oh, ST cam, okay, must, just go along with this. It's a general rule, but guys got to use your nouses. If the customer is wanting max and we're putting a CNC manifold on, take this off. It's not what you're doing. You're already going past the limit, get it done. So what we're going to do is show you is what an ST can do with everything thrown at it to get the job done. So let's go on the rollers, see what it's done. You can see if getting one of these is worthwhile or just run the standard manifold. Let's go. Well, that's a bit more than I expected. I know the manifold does work. Probably a bit of disclosure on this car. The guy's not going to hide it. Well, going to fall out. He loves to tear up the rubber. He's making no excuses. He's even lost the back inner. So that could probably help the result. But interesting, we ran it earlier without the mufflers. I didn't run that much. We've done 2 runs, but I did have some tyre slip in the earlier ones. So again, guys, a dyno is only a dyno. Okay, so what we see here is 3 runs. And it's a little bit hard to give you a full deal, but basically, we'll even just pop the last one off. So these had the same, I believe, tyre traction, and you can see the difference between the ported and unported manifold is quite substantial, especially here. And it is telling you the truth as well. Listen, down low, it's making no difference at all, 1 or 2 kilowatts. So that means, the airflow is a little bit restrictive. With the manifold though, it's got a radius rod, so it rolls in nice. So it's not just completely top end, you're getting this mid-range go. So for transparency, these tyres are absolutely trucked. They got chunks, so actually, that shouldn't really even be in the dyno. We moved away, but obviously the owner's going to tear them up. That's his choice. So guys, if you don't have the right induction, no matter what cylinder heads you've got, you're not going to make the full potential of the camshaft and the cylinder heads that you have. So by changing this here to a MAF-less, I suggest anywhere, 330 rear wheel kilowatts, rule of thumb, you probably shouldn't have the MAF in. Realistically, we probably should have this car on the hub dyno due to the tyres and everything else really not giving this the greatest result at the end of the day. It's given us a great result, but it's drawing pretty high. So what we can take from it is back to backs to backs. With this thing here, it makes more. So if you're after the total package, get the MAF-less version and get a CNC ported manifold. Thanks guys.